Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the words of the Beis Halevi in his Maimah Bitachon, and he's still laying in to those people that are mechanfim, that are flatterers, and talking over here when you flatter the wrong. Flattery itself is something that is not appropriate. When you flatter the wrong people, people that are really sinful, that are negative, anti to the world of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that is much worse, as he writes today. It says in the Gemara that anyone who has chanufa, which means who is involved with flattery, even the fetuses in the mother's wombs, they will curse this man. That means flattery brings such negativity to this world. Even a fetus that's in the womb of its mother, not even yet in this world, is going to be affected by his negative flattery. Like it says, how do we know that? If you tell a Rasha, a wicked man, you're a tzaddik, you're righteous, you're such a great person. Says the Gemara, then the people will curse him and the fetuses will condemn him. And furthermore, says the Gemara, Rabbi Elazar said, anyone who lives a life of flattery, noifel b'Gehinom, they will fall into a place that they'd rather not be, and that is Gehinom. That's that hot, fiery world down there. Gehinom is the worst place for a person to be, but flattery will bring a person down there. He'll have a nice room waiting for him. Shenemar, like it says in the verse, woe to those who speak of evil as if it's good, and good as if it's evil. Therefore, just like a tongue of fire will consume straw, and a flame will shrivel up stubble, the root will rot, and the flower will be blown away like dust. Meaning what? Meaning that a person who ends up speaking of evil as if it's good, meaning he flatters the evil person, saying he's such a tzaddik, such a great person, you're amazing, you're wonderful, look how much you've done. Meanwhile, the person is sitting and sinning all the time. How can you praise such a person and tell him he's a great person, he's a good person? In the eyes of the Rebbeinu Shalom, we're measured by our mitzvahs and our observance, our midas, our chesed. We are measured by how much we are connected to the Rebbeinu Shalom in our actions, in our deeds, in the way that we live our life. You have a person who's a Rasha, which means he's very distant from Hashem, and you're walking around saying what a tzaddik is. That is the kind of flattery that will bring a person into the world down there. And it says anybody who flatters an evil person, eventually you're going to fall right into his hands. Any congregation that has flattery, it's really repulsive and withdrawn, like a woman who is in nida, who is menstruating, just like a woman that's menstruating. So she has to separate from her husband, and she has many halachas, many laws that she has to keep, and in order to preserve her dignity and to bring her to a state of purity, because she's in a state of impurity, so too the person or a congregation that is filled with flattery, they are equivalent to that. Shenemar, like it says, Ki adas chanef galmud. It says that the congregation of flatterers is forlorn, they are saddened. And any congregation, any community that has filled with chanufa, l'seif goyla, in the end, they will end up going into exile. A person or a family or a neighborhood or a community that ends up becoming filled with flatterers, instead of being boitech b'Hashem, putting their trust and their reliance in the Rebbeinu Shalom, Chalila, all of these negative things could actually befall them. And this is the strong musar, the strong words that the Beis Halevi is giving over here to make a person realize that even from what comes out of your mouth could be a desecration of the bitachon that a person is supposed to have. So rather, we must mean that we have to use our mouths not to flatter those that don't deserve it, but rather to speak about the Ribbono Shel Olam, to praise HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to flatter Hashem for His masterful ways in this world. And in that vein and in that way, we are able to express our heartfelt bitachon to the Ribbono Shel Olam. Have a wonderful day.